Johnny Mike Spann, a 32-year-old CIA paramilitary officer, was among the first U.S. warriors sent to Afghanistan after the September 11th attacks to confront the terrorists responsible. He was also the first to lose his life there. He left behind his wife, Shannon, and 3 children on December 10th, 2001. His parents, Gail and Johnny Spann, join us now. Thank you so much for joining us, Gail and Johnny. And again, our condolences go out to you. Mine personally, I know the feeling of losing a child. It's inhuman. You see what's going on right now after 20 years and some 2,448 deaths. Service members died, and here we are. How does it make you feel, Gail? Let me start with you, Gail. If you just tell me how it makes you feel.
It makes me feel that we haven't made much progress in the war against the people in Afghanistan. I don't think that should be more progress made. You see that so more people won't die. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe the people in Afghanistan doesn't want to have peace with us, or maybe we're giving them too much. I don't know.
Johnny, could you tell us how that fateful day went down? What were the surroundings? Mike was there, and he was kind of there to interview some potential prisoners or bring some people back. Tell us how that all went down.
Well, he was there. He and his partner went into the College Yankee Fortress that morning to interview the prisoners, to see like what countries they were from. They were separating them out and trying to get information that would lead them to bin Laden. And there was a pact made the night before inside that pink house where all the prisoners were, that they were going to have an uprising. They admitted that they never surrendered. And the Afghans didn't search them really good. And one of the prisoners still had a grenade. He tried to throw it outside to where Mike and the 2 doctors were actually standing. And that set everything off. When that grenade went off, it bounced back into instead of going through the window, it bounced back into the basement house. And they started rushing out, killing the guards and advancing toward them. The 2 doctors told us that Mike at that point started advancing toward them, toward the front of the basement house they were coming out of, firing with his AK. He ran out of ammunition, and when his AK pulled his sidearm, and by that time the prisoners on the courtyard were also swarming on him just like the ones coming out, and they beat him to the ground. And
Gail, when you hear that we're pulling out of Afghanistan after all this, and then the Taliban takes the country back in 10 days, again, tell us how you feel about that and the decision. And what do you think about those who say we should still be present, have a presence in Afghanistan?
I don't know if we can help Afghanistan if people can't help themselves. I get very upset. We went to Afghanistan, so we got to know their culture and see the people. And I was very surprised about how the women were still treated after all this time, and a lot of things that went on. So I don't think that we can help the people over there if they're not willing to fight for themselves.
Johnny, there was some news today that Bergdahl, who was part of a prisoner swap, has rejoined the Taliban. Can we trust any of these people, anything they say, they do, or their promises?
no, we can't. And the thing about it is, we don't learn lessons. We can go all the way back to the 90s in the Clinton administration when Osama bin Laden was declaring war on the United States and told us he was going to kill us. And we sat around and let him do it. And then we went to Afghanistan and we went in to retaliate, to try to get revenge back and to kill bin Laden. And then, in 3 months, we had that war won. In 3 months, Al-Qaeda was gone. We defeated the Taliban. And then we turned around and left to go to Iraq, and we let the Taliban start building up again. The thing about the Afghan people is, you can take the best athletes in the world, and no matter what kind of a game you're going to play, if it's football or baseball or whatever it is, if you don't have a coach and a leader, then they're not going to win. And we pulled our people out from Afghanistan and left them out there to try to fight for themselves, and they didn't have a leader. And I told someone this morning, we can't judge Afghanistan by the minority, which is the Taliban. All those good people in Afghanistan that are dying because they helped us, we could not have done the things we did when we went there if it had not been for the Afghans being our interpreters, helping us, spotting out the Taliban for us, leading us through those mountains and through those hills, fighting up that Darasud Valley to Mazar Sharif to liberate it. We couldn't have done all that without their help. We made promises to them. We promised that we were going to help them, we was going to take care of them, we weren't going to run out on them. And here we are.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we should have been there for 20 years. I'm saying that we should have gone a long time ago. We should have left in 2002, 2003. But there's a right way and a wrong way to do everything. And Joe Biden has done the wrong way to pull out. He's left everybody that helped us there. We still got Americans there.
Yep.
We don't even know if those Americans are going to get out with their lives.
Yeah, and guys, I got to go, but I think it blows me away. In 20 years of blood and treasure that we've spent in 10 days, it unraveled. And I got it. You're right, Johnny. I mean, who's going to trust us again? Who's going to trust America's commitment to making sure that something like this doesn't happen? They promised it wasn't going to be this way. Gail and Johnny Spann, thank you so much. Now, Gail, thank you so much. I know you don't do a lot of interviews. Johnny, you're always awesome. You guys are welcome here anytime. Gail and Johnny Spann, folks.
Thank you.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.